Good morning. My name is Reverend Annie Batchelder, and I'm here. I'm here with you, my friends. Good morning, my friends. How are you? Do you know how satisfying it is for me to have the privilege of channeling for you? This is my sole purpose, and it just makes me feel absolutely bright and groovy and on purpose and loving, very, very loving to be able to channel for you. Bringing through the Akashic beings of light is such a pleasure. Like it's like being in the lap of the divine and doing her work and doing the work for you that's needed for you to help you. So, hey, got this really groovy music on. I'm really enjoying it. And good morning, Diane Dobson and Jody Madden. Yes. Oh boy, I can't wait to hear what your questions are. This is going to be groovy. You know, your questions are the can openers in the Akashic Records, and I love it. Good morning, Karen Granovsky. Yay, yay. Oh my gosh. This is so fun. Oh, you know, I was saying questions are the can openers in the Akashic Records. And so your questions are welcome. Your questions, there's no stupid questions. Any question that is important to you is important in the Akashic Records and is important to the Akashic beings of light. And they want to hear what you need to know so that you can continue on your path. And I want to know how I can help you the most. This is my purpose in life. And so let's get her going. If you type your questions into the comments, then I can see them. And I can bring in the Akashic beings of light. But right now they want to give you a little message. So let me just get them in. Greetings and welcome. Our purpose here is to bring the divine light already sparkling, shining, shimmering within you to the forefront of your experience so that you may operate from this powerful state of magnetic creativity. Our purpose in channeling for you is to let you know that we see your magnanimousness. We see you as powerful individuals working together with similar priorities. And we know that all of you are working for the peace within that ripples out into your families, homes, communities, cities, states, countries, and the world. We know that you are light, and you are all incarnated light beings working your tushes off in order to get your soul's purposes accomplished. And we know that all of you are powerful. We see this in you. We know this in you. We feel your power, and we wish to assert your authority in your own individual arenas. And you are so beautiful as you bring forth your soul's light, as you operate from the energetic spheres in order to create and to send forth your wisdom, your contributions to society, to your families, to the world. And the world is your playground. You need not wonder. It is no wonder that often you all are wondering where your home is, and yet you know that you belong everywhere because your energy is infinite. You are sparks of the great creatress who created you as souls. And your souls are powerful beings working together, perhaps behind the curtain of anonymity, perhaps somewhat behind and beyond the stage lights. We know that all of you are exactly who you are supposed to be at this given moment. And we honor your path with great emphasis. We respect the work that you are doing. And even when you feel that you are lost or causeless, not knowing exactly what you are supposed to do, stand in the light of who you are. The doingness is secondary to you being the light that you are. The actions will flow out of you standing, reveling in the light that you are. Therein lies your power, your authority, your clarity, and your creative abilities. And as you play in this light together, as you join with others in these lights that you all are, you are profoundly capable. And you are profoundly wise because you become more than your individual selves. You become that sum that is greater than its parts. For you know that the rise of the divine feminine and your own female authority and experience and wisdom is being highlighted at this time in evolution. And it is a calm, quiet authority. It is not one who raises one's voice to be louder than the others. It is not one who is more muscular and pushy or bossy, but it is one who is subtle, knowing, and authoritative. And as you open to the influences of the female divine, whom we call the great creatress, as she augments your individual lights with her own and becomes the unifying feature of your individual lights, everything is possible. So we look to see the questions now. Good morning, Stephanie Ansley Miller. Okay, Karen Granovsky says, some things don't change, laugh out loud. My question today, will my company take off this year or is it a time for a change? As in a restart. Well, we would start with the restart because every day you restart your soul's purposes. Every day you look to see where the energy is most productive, where the energy seeks to be released out into the world. You look every day, not necessarily at what might be deemed your priority for the day, but where the energy is most ripe to be executed, the project that is ready to be expressed, the project that is ready to be groomed, it is ready to be fertilized, it is ready for your attentions, your keen attentions. And remember that no matter what you have thought your work is with your husband as well, your main service to humanity is in your unity together and your service of others on the planet. And now, as you operate, as we know you, the king and queen together, feel your spiritual hearts expanding out to embrace a greater whole and to draw that in closer to your hearts, those that would benefit from your service, those who would be set free in your services, those who would be eased by your company's services and by the joint leadership of yourself and your husband, the king and the queen. They know who I'm talking about. And so imagine right now you are here February 1st, creating your soul's purposes, getting your work out in the world. And it is a good day to be doing so. The energy is strong. It is moving outward. And there are few, if any, hurdles in the way of your producing the grand result. And so now look a month down the road and see the energy. Spring is that much more in vogue and you're able to see this evidence of spring and the blossoming that is coming. See that in yourselves, in your leadership, in your expansion, and in the lives whom you touch. All right, I know it's not fancy. It's not quite what you had envisioned in the earlier years, but your service to those who work for you and who receive the benefits of your work are benefiting. And your family is whole, you are healthy, you are wise, and you are bringing the recent gains into your work. Excuse me, the hard-won gains that you have earned over the last 18 months are now being transmitted into your work and being evidenced within energy that you exude, not through effort, but through who you are being, who you are emulating, the light that you are. And who you are is always enough. And if you need to put that on a Post-it note where you see it regularly in a lot of different places and circumstances, I recommend it. I am enough. A favorite saying that Annie is embracing these days is I have unconditional confidence. I have unconditional confidence. I am unconditionally confident and successful. And allow those things that are ready to be set aside to be set aside. It is as if there are projects that go into the compost heap and they need to decay in order to grow the new. There you go. Good. All right. The new thing that you are talking about branching off into is a good thing because it will keep you excited and enthusiastic about the work. And keep envisioning greater and greater ways that this will serve the customers and those who receive the benefits of your services. Keep growing the vision that those who your work touches are more joyful, more capable, more unified with a destined combined whole, and that whom you join with to work for and with or to take on as customers and clients in your work are fully fulfilled by your services. And it is a cheering in your heart as you see them grow and succeed, and you grow and succeed with them. For a teacher is naturally supposed to be surpassed by its students. And all are moved up and forward because of this. That's right. So rather than seeing the students as surpassing you and you are left behind, that's not what we are saying. You, your students, or those who benefit from your work are lifted up and moved forward as a whole in unity with one another. And the hearts are filled with love and light and enthusiasm. Your life force energy is so beautiful and strong. I am so glad to see you this way. It's wonderful. All right, I'm going to look and see if there are any other questions. Keep those questions coming. We want to channel for you. It's very powerful. The energy is alive. It is moving outward like springtime. Of course, you're in Minnesota, Karen, so I know it's a lot different. Springtime's a ways off for you there, but here in California, things are already afoot. Stephanie asks, what can I focus on today? I'm seeing the succulents would like fertilization. And so today is a good day to fertilize your plants, fertilize the succulents. the day is a good day to look around and do those little caring things for your home and your environment. But it feels a little like you're a little tired, Stephanie, so it's all right to rest a bit or not to drive yourself in a difficult way. If you do go out for a hike or a walk, take your time. Let the walk sort of draw you forth along the path. This is not the day to be really, really, really vigorous for you. But move the energy a bit in a very moderate way, very kind to your body. And be at peace and enjoy. Be in pleasure about your life, your relationships, your accomplishments. You are enough. You are enough, and what you have done is enough, and what you are doing is absolutely enough. Yes. So it's more a day of being than doing or accomplishing. Yes, Tiffany, you know that we love you. We hold you very dear in our hearts. Aaron Gronowski says, in Minnesota, it's bright and white with snow, clear. The cold is actually beautiful. I get the sense that the air literally shimmers with the light, the chill. Are you having below zero temperatures, Karen? I've heard stories from other Minnesotans. So we are waiting for your questions. And as we wait, we be. And our focus is in our spiritual hearts. As they cross the boundaries of your spiritual heart, and your spiritual hearts cross the boundaries with ours, and there is a mingling, a unification. He says there's a saying, not bad weather, just bad clothes, and it's true. If you have the right equipment, anything can be survived, right? And what else would be of interest to you? We would say to you that the great creatress is getting ready for moments of great magnanimousness on her part. She is extending her reach to you, to your families and friends. You are the representative of the group of people that you know and love. And the great creatress is touching your life in order that you will be in condition, a light-filled condition to be the grounding rod for her life force energy, her wisdom, and the expansion that everyone is taking in March. March is a very big month. Much is going to be going on, and it may feel chaotic, but just ride through it. It's like being buffeted by winds going in lots of different directions. And don't worry, don't get stuck in one moment, because the next moment the wind is coming from a different direction. Your job is just to be in the energy of what is coming and what is here. Not to think you are not able to respond. You aren't really required to respond. You're mostly required to experience and let it go. and experience this moment and let it go, and experience this moment and let it go. There you go. The response ability is not up to you. Yeah, Stephanie says we can unify with the snow fairies. That's right. So Karen says, what is the key now to losing the weight gained from my cancer journey? I've hit a plateau. Very good. So you've hit a plateau. Look around and see what is there. So it is literally that you are fighting an image of a past, of who you were in the past, how you were in the past, and understand that there were certain things way that you drove yourself too harshly in the past that kept the weight off, that you can no longer afford to do. And so your body is asking for a more gentle, accommodating treatment. It might be time for you to look at joining my friend Katie McGinty. She has an incredible nutritious weight loss program that is very powerful and makes people very happy. They feel strong, capable, reinvigorated. And I will put a connecting link on the website here or on the Facebook page for Katie McGinty and how to contact her. Let's see. But Karen, know that you are not the person that you were several years ago. You are the person you are now. And it is living in that question is how can I express this body in a way that suits the body's highest and best good? Some of it is just letting your body deal with the remainder of the medications and the treatments and rebuilding itself. You are still quite a bit under construction. So to demand too much from this body is to be overly aggressive with it. As we are focusing on the divine feminine power, you nurture the body into a different shape rather than whip it into a different shape. No longer are you denying yourself, but you are expanding to include who you are now. And you have not lost your power, your authority, your beauty, your wisdom, and your abilities to get things done. Those are all still quite present. But being gentle in terms of the amount of hours that you work and that part of you that drives. So you're putting yourself into what's called overdrive in transmission, where the machine is able to lope along with the least amount of effort. There you go, like that. There you go. It is all right to be who you are now. Give yourself plenty of permission to be who you are now. It's so worth it. For you have gained much, and what you have fought hard for and gained during this last few years, you gain for eternity. Good morning, Suzanne Owen. I'm glad to see you here. Good morning. And Stephanie is blessing herself and others today. That's all. Wow. And that is enough. No, even the conscious thought of blessing is almost that in itself is unnecessary. It's more like receive the blessing that you are gaining in this day. Karen as well, to receive what you are gaining this day from the divine, to open and just receive. There is nothing that you have to do to justify it, to pass it along. There's no work involved, just receiving the gift that is so freely given you by the divine feminine. For her love is boundless. That you are not taking anything from anybody by receiving fully and completely that which you have been given. And all of you receive right now. Don't even think about sending it back out. Just receive. Sometimes you need to fill the battery, charge the battery by receiving as much as you possibly can. And you'll know when you are full. You'll know. You are built to know these things, to sense the energy, the qualities of the energy, to receive the love in its fullness. When it is time to use some of that energy to send out or to facilitate work getting done, you'll know. You will have the needed energy. You will have the needed clarity. You will know how to get over that obstacle or grow beyond that. And isn't it wonderful? It's like no fault insurance. Who you are is enough. You have no faults that need to be corrected at this time. Any of you, you are innocent. The divine sees you as innocent always. Yes, Stephanie, you have it. That feeling is wonderful. Yes. It's enriching without you having to lift a finger in order to do it. And that is the way it should be. Yes, Suzanne, it feels good. Just receive. Isn't it remarkable to understand that the great creatress, the divine, has no expectations of you performing, serving, doing, producing? The great creatress is satisfied by your ability to receive her grand, full love for you. Her desire to enrich you, both in terms of abundance and health and joy. And as you expand to receive, you make yourself able to receive more abundance, health, joy, peace, kindness. So receive, my loves. You must receive in slightly greater amounts than you put out so that you can stay ahead of yourself. Because you have for centuries and centuries and centuries been taught to produce like men, but women produce through receiving, and from there radiating it out. But first, you must receive, and do not radiate outward until you are sure that you are full, replenished, filled with the Holy Spirit, with the light. And then you get to be filled, satisfied, replenished. Expand to receive. You're going to hear that saying again and again from me. We love that. Karen says, I saw your post about you not feeling it enough. Isn't it perfect how you're channeling for us, yet for yourself too? Oh, it has always been this way. In fact, this is Annie speaking now. When I looked at being a channel, when I first looked into being a channel and learning how, I considered whether I wanted to be a conscious channel or an unconscious channel. There are those channels that lead their bodies and make room for these big personalities to come through. And it looked scary to me. I didn't want to give up all this space inside myself or authority over what was going on. And so I asked to be a conscious channel so that I could experience the energy and the wisdom that was coming through for my own well-being, and so that I could learn just right along with you. And so that is how it's been for 34 years. So it's always, I channel for you, but I am also channeling for myself. And I'm receiving the benefit of it all. It's truly a blessing. Good morning, Andrea Brackfield. How lovely to see you. Oh, you bring your presence to us today. Thank you. Wait and see if there is a question from anyone else that appears in the comments. Type it in, and we will channel on that. I want you to give me a moment to talk about the Bringing Forth Soul Consciousness Members Portal. This is in its earliest stages right now. And this is the channel book that I've written called Bringing Forth Soul Consciousness, an Akashic Records Guide to Living a Fulfilled Life. And what I do is I release a new chapter each month, and then I work with you weekly for an hour and a half to work with the energy and the information that's in this channel book and different chapters. And next week, on Tuesday at noon Pacific time, we do this on Zoom. We're starting the second chapter. So it's easy to catch up. It's just the introduction and the second chapter that you'll be reading. And you'll be also hearing it because there are audio recordings of these chapters. We are starting with how to open your Akashic records. I'm teaching that. And each chapter, you will open your Akashic records and read the material. And then with your records open, you will write your responses to the interactive questions that involve the material in that chapter and how you sense energy and learning to follow that energy as it moves and be current with it and accommodate it. And also, it will empower you to use the Akashic records for your own education. You can ask anything in the Akashic records that is yours to ask. They are an unlimited resource for the public. Stephanie Ansley Miller, should you share your wisdom on social media or is it a waste? Your wisdom is never a waste of time and energy. Let us, it was a bit short, the answer. Your wisdom is to be shared open-heartedly, exactly as it comes to you. It is good, and it is very good. Suzanne Owen also is asking, looking into a course of study for alternative medicine, herbal medicine. Am I on a track that will bring me the funding through grants and such to do so? Yes, the funding probably won't show up until November or December this year, but you have to pursue it thoroughly. You have to fill out all the pages, never leave anything blank, even if it's just a reply not applicable. You will, and you'll have to look into several different sources of funding. But understand, Suzanne, who you are is enough. And you embodying yourself, your soul's light, and what you know, and being who you are right now is enough. So no matter what you study, let it be like dessert. It's just an ornament to the meal. You're always studying. You're so earnest and you're wanting to learn. So you're fine. So along with the members portal, there's weekly 1.5 hour master classes, and I'm starting next week, Tuesday. We're working on chapter 2, how to read the Akashic records. Now, you'll be with a group of people who are earnestly studying as well. And the Akashic lights, Akashic beings of light will channel what is needed as new information and processes that become apparent that's needed. The guides are always available. And you will also be doing the new moon and full moon rituals in the members portal. I'm not doing them live on Bringing Forth Soul Consciousness Facebook page anymore. I'm doing them in the members portal. So that's one of the benefits you get there. And it's going to help you, excuse me, recognize and empower everything you want to manifest. These new moon and rituals and the full moon rituals are really good. And they give you a little information about the crystals that you work with. And goodness knows, they're all channeled. So fun stuff just comes through. But also in the members portal, you get to ask me questions and I'll channel the answers to help you. Suzanne, now that you're a part of the members portal, you go into the members portal on my website and go to the weekly master classes. And those classes are uploaded onto the website. I just asked my website guy to upload those just yesterday. And interestingly enough, my website guy is from California, but he lives in Bali. So there's a little time differential there. So sometimes it takes a few hours for him to get the message and to get to work. When I send him the message, he's sound asleep. We've got a little time link to work with. So you will see that in the member portal very, very soon. If not now, let me look. Let's go look and see if we can find this. I'm gonna look at a different time, see if it's up. When I get through with this live, I'll look and see if it's already in there. Anyhow, that's that. Membership is $100 for the first year if you sign up before June 15th. After June 15th, it goes up to $150 a year. I'm afraid that I have to raise my rates because, like everybody else, my costs have gone up significantly. And so my readings are going from 144 to 244 on March 15th. So you have about 6 weeks to get readings at $144. So now's a really good time to sign up. And the best way to do that is to go to my website, anniechannels.com, and there is a link to a Zoom session there, and it lets you compare your calendar to my calendar, opening there. And then I send you a confirmation letter with the Zoom link. And if you don't want to have camera on, that's fine. But it's a wonderful way to record the reading for you. I'm not doing them on the phone anymore unless you don't want a recording. I used to use a free conference call, but I found that the sound just is so scratchy. It's not worth it. And I want to provide a better product for you. So the sound on Zoom is far superior. Anyway, I think that's it for us today. I thank the Akashic beings of light for guidance. I thank the great creators for love, protection, and healing received today. I thank the masters, teachers, loved ones for wisdom and direction. The divine portal and the Akashic records are now